Over the years, in reading the lives of the saints and considering the apparitions of Our Lady, it has become apparent to me that particularly apparitions happen at a particular time, in a particular place, for a particular message, at a particular time. Our Lady appeared at Fatima in 1917. I think that that's really important because in 1917, the world was in the midst of a horrible world war. I think, and I'm really convinced now, that Mary appeared at that time during a war for a particular message. World War I, or any war for that matter, can be boiled down to, I think, the primordial sin against the abundance of life, and really the sanctity of life. Because of this, when any individual, be that person just a regular citizen, a parent, a king, a president, a dictator, whenever a person views himself as superior to another, without any regard for the other, war erupts. I think it happens in families, and it can happen in the world. And if you think about it now, when war erupts, horrible words, horrible weapons, intended to hurt or belittle the other, happens. Monstrous greed denies the other. These things are unleashed. And it unleashes, I think, evil, devil upon mankind, especially in the guise of war, and especially in World War. And that happened in 1917, when Mary came with a message from her son. 1917, but all during the 20th century and even into the 21st century, Mary has appeared many times. And it has been a century that has been really laden with difficulties. So you think about it, voluntary human sterilization, the grotesque consumption of resources, the disregard for creation, the denial of moral authority, and disregard for the sanctity of the family and the sanctity of the other person. All of these are no less destructive than chemical weapons or bombs or nuclear annihilation or stealth fighters. All of them are based, I think, in the most primordial of sins, which is the sin of selfishness, where the self reigns as superior. And Mary's message at Fatima is very clear in the midst of World War in 1917. Her message is that we should be most concerned for the other person. If we believe in God, God is the other, then we will have no problem in believing that there is someone else more important than me. And we will live that with one another. She came in 1917 with a very clear message that we live together with one another.